How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
We have a late start.
We have a late start today. Yeah, we're just talking about some important stuff. But so you've gotten the full self-driving trial from Tesla, right? You still on it?
I did, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think we still have a few days left on it.
yeah.
I really do like it. Like the auto park is good, but you got to be careful. Like I used the auto park the other day, and it backed in, very close to a curb, and I was like, ooh. I got out and looked, and it was pretty close.
It didn't hit it though.
Didn't hit it, and I've never, no. And I was watching it. I would have grabbed it, but sometimes
Yeah.
when it's doing it, I do prematurely stop it. So because I'm like, you don't need to get any closer, right? um,
No, I haven't had any issues with the auto park.
yeah,
In fact, there's a couple parking lots I have to go to for my daughter's like events or whatever, and
yeah,
I'll use it, and they're pretty tight,
yeah.
and so it puts me like dead center in the parking spot, so which is good.
It is nice. It is nice. Now I just got new FSD rollout 12.5.6.3 for hardware version 4, which is like in the Highlands. You don't have that. You have hardware version 3.
No.
Sorry. But so this new version, it basically has how your version 12 FSD has the end-to-end neural networks for city driving, and it made it way better, right?
Yeah, way better.
Way smoother lane changes and things like that.
It feels way more natural, I would
Yeah,
say.
speed changes too. Speed changes are way more natural, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So now they extended that onto the highway because before it was the same FSD autopilot stack on the highway. Now they've pushed out that neural net to the highway driving,
Oh,
and I've tried it. I did a demo drive. I had Jessica with me, and 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 here's the thing. So on the highway, you're using full self driving, and it goes and it passes a car.
yep.
So it's kind of weird. It'll look around. It'll pass the car if it's safe, right? But mine before would never get back over into the right lane. It would go into the left lane to pass the car. It'd stay in the left lane. Do you
Mm.
notice that too, or do you notice it getting back over?
Uh, Anytime I use that, I'm in the HOV lane,
Okay.
so there's no passing of
Oh,
cars.
okay, gotcha. So you haven't seen that.
Yeah.
So here's so before this, end-to-end neural net on the highway, it would, like I said, move in the left lane, just stay in the left lane. If someone comes up and back you, then it may move over, but it would just hug that left lane.
Oh,
Now it's very natural. Moves over, passes the car, gets back over in the right lane.
oh, that's cool.
So yeah, that I've noticed that's much better. And then when you're navigating on full self driving and it goes to take an exit, it slows down much more naturally to take the exit. Before it would go to take the exit pretty hot, I would think,
Yeah.
faster than I would do it, right? Like it will slow down, but it would take the exit fast and slow down all at once, kind of
Yeah.
jerky. Now it's way more natural. It's like, oh, I'm getting off. I'm going to slow down if nothing's in back of me, things like that. So yeah, big improvements. Pretty fast with the FSD. So let's see. I think that robotaxi may happen. Uh,
Yeah, I probably will not get to experience it because the free FSD will be gone by the time they roll
Yeah, I
that update to
know.
like my
I
version
know.
car.
They may try to push it, and I think they'll extend it when they come out with the new FSD 13 or whatever. They'll probably push another
Mm.
demo because they're probably getting enough people to sign up.
Yeah,
Pushing because it makes me think it's still $100 a month is still not worth it, but
it's not gonna do it.
it's not. It's too much. But if it was
I don't use it that often
right,
to. It doesn't make sense
but
for me
you
to
miss
use.
it when you don't have it. You're like, oh, I wish I had that.
Yeah,
So
parallel parking is actually really good.
yeah,
I
yeah.
do like the parallel
And
parking.
it stays far enough away from the curb. It doesn't try to scratch
Yeah,
your wheels or anything. It's
yeah,
it's pretty smart.
yeah. I would miss that. I don't. I've used summons a couple times. I just like having that
Yeah,
to just use it as it's more of a party trick than anything, but
it's a cool party trick. But I'd say if it was $10 a month, I would probably do it. $100 a month, no way.
ten bucks a month I would do it for sure.
Exactly. That's what they gotta do. They gotta bring it down to that level. I'm sorry, it's not worth $100 a month for
Yeah, yeah. Well,
maybe for some people, but not for me. All right, so couple of things from Wi-Fi. So we have a lot of people asking us, what's the difference between the EnGenius Cloud line versus the Fit line, right? They see the Fit product on Amazon, they're like, oh, my customer sees it. It's less expensive. Why don't I just use that and install that and go out to the site and install that? So, all we sell here is cloud. Keynote Systems, I'm selling to installers, right? I'm not trying to sell to end users, so the installers should all be using the cloud product.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the cloud is set up for like, we made it so simple anybody can use it, and we made it the price points really aggressive that anybody could buy it, right? But it's really designed for somebody that's doing like professional installs.
Yeah.
And they need the remote ability to like fix issues, so they're not driving hours away from like their shop or from wherever they are,
right,
to be able to fix it. And we, not only that, we have the app, and you can do a ton of stuff in the app. So you can do a lot of troubleshooting from the app. You can do a lot of troubleshooting from like the portal itself, if you're running your laptop. That's one part of it. Like, you have all these tools that you can utilize for like when you do installs. And like, the one thing that we always run into is like the fine tuning of the product when it goes into like these different environments. You just have way more tools to be able to fine tune like the Wi-Fi, your switch, whatever you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Within the cloud, you have way more features than you would find like within Fit.
In the APs, the hardware is more powerful, right? More memory, more CPU, better radios in a lot of cases, right?
Yeah, we're using a higher quality radio within the cloud line, for sure.
Right.
Whereas like we're trying to be more cost effective with the Fit line, and you're getting maybe less concurrent users. Range is probably not going to be affected too much, but you have way less features there. Warranty's different. You go from 1 year to 5 year.
So the cloud is 5 years. So if you're installing it, that's nice to offer your customer.
Yeah, we want to make sure that like if you're installing this product, you have all these tools. You're putting the best processor, memory type of device into the environment, and that it's covered, right?
Right.
We're covering, because we're supporting our partners, like, and those partners are like managed service providers, system integrators, and so on. So we want to make sure they're covered. If they're going out and they're just buying stuff off Amazon because of price points, that's their choice, but you have to recognize that it's not the same. It's definitely not the same product. You're not going to get the same performance out of the product.
And it's a different level of support. Like you're not gonna get the support you need for a professional client with that Fit product.
You're gonna get chat support, and it's going to be more or less on the just basic troubleshooting of, you need to configure your SSID, versus when working through like you and using cloud, it's like, we're looking at complex AP placement, radio configurations, special authentication things. It goes way deeper, not a little bit deeper, but way deeper.
Right, and in complex problems too. Like if you're using the cloud APs and like a certain application isn't working, we can get the team to look at it, right, and maybe make a software fix pretty fast.
Yeah, so that's a really good point. So with cloud, you do have like our technical support reviewing that.
Yeah.
You also have like our PM team and our field applications engineer team reviewing that. And if it escalates higher, our engineering team, hardware or software, can visually see, or they can look at what's going on within the cloud when the customer or the system integrator allows that permission.
Right. So
we can actually write firmware updates. If it's a bug, for example, we can write firmware updates and pass that through the cloud and have the issue fixed. Or like you have like packet capturing capabilities within cloud. So like the type of tools that you have in cloud versus Fit are way night and day difference.
Yeah. So that's just a couple little things, but in the bottom line is if you're installing it, or you want a really high performance home network, use the cloud. You're not going to get my support if you buy Fit. I don't know, your support either, like, because it's for a different market.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you have any questions, just let us know. But yeah, just stick with the cloud if you're installing it. It just makes sense. And not only that, there's margins on the cloud hardware for resale. That's the way the whole channel's built.
Yep, that's right.
And that's important. All right, so couple other things we want to hit on. So they added a new feature now. I think it's on the latest firmware, config rollbacks.
Yep.
To the EnGenius Cloud.
Yeah, so we've done a lot of we try to do a lot of updating. Okay, so in the cloud, I should say this first. You have scheduled firmware updates, and you can schedule, like, this can be scheduled per network. So you can have multiple networks, and they can be on different schedules. But you can schedule firmware updates for if you want beta on your firmware on your devices, you can have that. If you want something that's called stable, you can have that, or previous stable, you can have something like that, right? So we're doing a lot around like firmware updating. That's one thing that we've been doing for a long time. The other thing that we added is freeze firmware. Mm-hmm. And so you have the ability to stop firmware from being updated on the schedule altogether. And then we took it a step further with configuration rollback. So if there is say somebody updated with a beta firmware and they run into an issue and it loses cloud connectivity, the device will roll back to the last known good firmware.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Cisco had something like that, a long way back. That if you made a change that would, let's say on the gateway, that would cut you off from the internet, right? Mm-hmm. It'll after a certain amount of time roll back to the last known good config.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's basically what that is, and so it's just another layer of like protection in regards to
So does it? Do you know if it affects the access points too? So like if you made a change on the access points that like cut off internet connectivity, maybe you gave it like a duplicate IP address or something.
Or like you change the management SSID or not.
VLAN, management VLAN.
The VLAN or something like that, something weird.
Okay.
And you do it like, maybe you do it remotely, right? Even worst case scenario, how do you get that thing back? Well, no, it's almost like a watchdog kind of feature, right? Yeah. Where like it goes, oh wait, I can't get cloud connectivity. Let me roll back to the last configuration file and try to fix it itself, I guess I should say.
Right. So yeah, that's important because especially with the cloud products, because even if you make a mistake in the configuration that cuts off the network somehow, right? And then even if you reset that device, as soon as it connects to the cloud, it's going to pull that same config again, unless you totally remove it from the network, right?
Yeah, you have to think that through. So you have to make the changes in cloud, factory reset, and then have it, get the configs back, right?
Right.
Yeah, so this saves a lot of time and says, you'll definitely see like, oh, there's a configuration problem because it's not coming back online.
Yeah.
But then it goes through that process of rolling back and then getting it back online. So
the last known good. All right, so that's good. So we'll watch out for that. And speaking of the gateways, the ESG 620s just started shipping. I have some coming in.
Yeah, that's a hot product right there. So we were having a hard time getting that thing in, or getting stock to, we do all these forecasting, right? Yeah. And so we're trying to catch up, really, is what we're trying to do. So
well, that's good. So I'll have a few of those in stock if anybody needs them. All right, remember to like and subscribe. We'll be back next week. Talk about some more Wi-Fi and other stuff.